Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Patched.
Welcome back.
Yes. So we have actually two of our favorite mice, or one of them, or two of them. Or I guess it's in our top 5. You know what I'm saying? So our top 3, alright?
Yeah.
So we got the glorious Modelo Minus versus
the Razer Viper Ultimate.
Yes.
Wireless now.
There's a very big price discrepancy between them. You know, it's $50.
$50.
$150.
Yep.
So basically $100. I mean, if you want to just get the Ultimate, then you can pay $130. But just get the bundle, get the charging thing for $150. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to get either of them, we'll leave links below. We know there's a very big price difference between them, but we love both of them, and we want to do a little comparison for
Absolutely.
you guys. Exactly. So
you guys deserve to know.
Exactly. Right. So let's get it started off with the shape.
So, one thing I feel like I noticed off the bat with the Glorious Mice, the grip width tends to go inwards more.
And very narrow.
Viper.
Exactly.
Yeah, it gets very narrow towards the center, which I do like, but the Razer sort of remedies not having that by the rubber grips that are on the side, so exactly. I do like that.
I don't know what, I'm a little indifferent. I like both, but I don't know, it just, to be honest, I like the wider grip a little bit better. It just feels right for my hand is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
The Modelo Minus still feels really, really nice, but I just have to kind of squeeze in a little bit more because it is a little bit narrower. But it's not a huge deal, but just comparing it off the bat, for both of these mice, the Viper feels a little bit better personally for me.
That's the thing about that. This is all preference, of course. Yes. And what I'd say is also the O- I have to fingertip.
Yes.
It's not comfortable to palm because it is smaller than the Razer Viper Ultimate. We'll get into the exact dimensions in a little bit, but it is smaller, so I have to fingertip this. Yes. I feel like palming it is it's uncomfortable.
And then for me, if I do palm this, my thumb, this part of my thumb kind of hangs off the Modelo Minus and drags on the mouse pad, and I have to consciously lift that up a little bit to palm. The Viper, I can just comfortably palm it, and I have no issues with dragging, because I feel like that narrowness of the Modelo Minus, that's what makes the palm grip for me uncomfortable. So like Lucas said, fingertip, Modelo Minus, that's probably what you're gonna do unless you have an extremely small hand. The Viper, I feel like, is a great shape for just everything. Small to large size hands, fingertip, claw grip, palm grip, you should be fine.
Whatever you want.
Exactly.
Only thing is, on larger hands, you may have issues with palming. You may have to fingertip it. Yeah. But that's the only thing, really. And that's a minor thing. I like having sort of a universal mouse you can use for everything. Also, another thing to note is that while they are both ambidextrous, the Modelo Minus is not true ambidextrous. Side buttons are only going to be on the left side, so that's a thing for you. That's just something. I mean, you can use the ones on the Razer Viper Ultimate, for example. I use mine with my ring finger. I use the other side, and I combine those to hold weapons and games and things like that. I actually do effectively make use of those buttons, so it's nice to have.
Yes.
For some people, that makes a big difference.
All right. So personally, we would say we like the Razer Viper Ultimate for us. The shape.
So to get into the exact dimensions of it, starting with the Razer Viper Ultimate, the length is 127 millimeters. The width is 66 millimeters. The grip width is 60 millimeters. Height at the arch going to be 38 millimeters. Now on the Model O-, you're looking at the length being 120 millimeters, width at 63 millimeters, with the grip width at a really small 58 millimeters. That's that inside that we're talking about. And the height at the arch being 36 millimeters. So
basically,
the Model O- is basically smaller on just every end of the spectrum. Exactly. So it's a smaller mouse.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the Glide. So I was testing it on both the surfaces and both the mice. I would say the Razer feels a tiny bit smoother. I don't know. If I go like this, it kind of wants to slide a little bit more.
Yeah.
In the Viper Ultimate, but it's very negligible, and when you're playing with it like this, it's really hard to feel. On the hard pad, they're both very quick.
Yeah, that's the thing about the cloth pads, is you don't really notice a difference either way. A hard pad is really where you make your mouse feet shine. You can really tell one's faster than the other.
Exactly.
On cloth, it's all pretty much the same.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Except ceramic feet. Ceramic feet are just nuts.
Exactly. Alright, moving on to the weight. So the weight of the Razer Viper Ultimate is 75 grams, which is still really, really light.
The Model O Minus weighs in at 58 grams for the matte version, 59 for the glossy.
Yes.
Gram heavier. Don't know why that is. I mean, just finished.
Who cares? It's a gram, you know?
Yeah, it's a gram. You won't notice.
Yes. Does it feel lighter? Yeah, it feels a lot. Actually, I don't know. They both feel super light. It's kind of hard to tell for me.
Weight is really one of those preference things. Once it's under 90 grams, for me, it's all the same.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
So, yeah, there's the weight there. You're really not going to notice it. But obviously, the cord. So, the Model O Minus, incredible cord. This is their Ascended cord, I believe.
One of our favorite cords of all time.
Exactly. You know,
Glorious does a great job.
You barely ever notice this, you know, so while you're playing, which is incredible. You don't have to worry about charging it either, which is awesome.
That's true.
Obviously, we'll just touch on RGB. The RGB is way cooler on the Model O Minus, and you don't have to, you know, worry about charging, like I said.
Yeah,
but
the RGB taking up a lot of battery.
Exactly.
Which is the thing.
You know, if it was on the Viper Ultimate, it'd probably be like 5-10 hour battery.
It would die so quick.
Yeah, but if you have the RGB off, the battery life is 70 hours. That's what Razer said. And if you charge it for 10 minutes, you get 5 hours of playtime. If you forget to charge it and your mouse battery dies, then you can obviously just charge it, and then, you know, the cord is basically really, really nice still, and you can just play with the cord.
Play with it wired for like 10 minutes and you're good. You know, I like with my G Pro Wireless, for example, I just charge it between games. Exactly. And it's fine.
Exactly. You know, so I mean, we love the wireless feature. Obviously, like we said, the Model O Minus, you don't really feel the cord, but just sometimes it snags on something, you know, a little something that's on your desk or whatever.
Every once in a while, during that game-winning pump shot straight to the head, you know,
headshot.
You can't have those moments where it's just gonna snag on something.
And you just never worry about that with a wireless mouse. So I love it. And to be honest, the battery life is so good that you really never have to worry about charging the mouse. So we love the wireless feature, you know. All right, so moving on to the sensor. The Razer Viper Ultimate has the Focus Plus sensor in it.
And the glorious Model O Minus is rocking their 3360 sensor. PixArt made that one. I mean, they both feel roughly the same.
Exactly.
The only place I really noticed the difference was like a 3360 to a 3389. But even then, it was minute, but I noticed it.
He's weird.
But that's not even, between these two, pretty much the same.
Exactly.
It's not really noticeable. Another thing is, for their wireless technology, they're using their ultra-fast hyperspeed technology is what they're calling it. Basically, I don't feel any latency. Yeah. That's the synopsis of that one.
Exactly.
Again, if you want information on the respective mice, we do have individual videos out on you can check out as well.
All right, moving on to the buttons. I don't know, man. Okay, so they're both really soft.
Yeah, they're both kind of mushy.
They're both kind of mushy, but the Model O Minus is not as mushy as the Viper.
Yeah.
So, of the 1 and 2 clicks, I like the Model O Minus better. As far as the side buttons goes, I actually like the Model O Minus. It protrudes out more, but then they're both, I guess, like around the same as far as, you know, actuation force and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So clicking them, they're both good, but I just like how the Model O Minus protrudes a little bit more. So
yeah, that's my thing. Although the Razer Viper, and I give Razer credit for this, on the Ultimate they did seem to remedy the side buttons a little bit. They're a little bit better than they were. I still like the O Minus better. It just protrudes out a little bit more. It's more comfortable for me. Mm-hmm. If they had these buttons on the Razer Viper Ultimate, it would be an endgame mouse, no doubt.
Yes.
Although Razer does have their optical mouse switch with the laser technology, so it's all the same.
Yeah, and then also the Model O Minus is just so small that your thumb is just basically always covering the side buttons. The Viper Ultimate, you know, you can have it flush and right underneath the side buttons, so it's not covering it. So whatever you prefer, that's just, you know, I kind of like both. I really don't mind. All right, as far as build quality and durability goes, so as far as the finish goes, the way it looks, in my opinion, the Model O Minus with the smooth finish looks a lot better.
Yeah,
to me.
I think so as well.
Exactly, but I actually like the coarse kind of like, you know, finish that the Viper has because it's a little bit grippier. I just like how they don't pick up a lot of fingerprints or leave a lot of oil on them. So they're both good in that respect. And also, the Razer Viper Ultimate has rubber side grips, which feels really nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would like to know, I mean, you can buy rubber side grips, but we're just judging based off of like the stock, you know, mouse things. We're not going based off of any sort of modifications that you can do to it, because we know you can mod your mouse. All right.
and quickly, we forgot to talk about the scroll wheel. The scroll wheel, the Model O Minus is a lot easier to scroll, but the steps aren't as defined as the Viper. So it's very defined on the Viper Ultimate, but also has a little bit like higher, like a lot higher retention. So it's hard to scroll.
Yeah, and as far as the buttons go again, there's a little bit of side wobble still on the Model O minus.
Oh yeah.
Practically none. I mean, for all intents and purposes, there is none on the Razer Viper Ultimate.
Yes. So Model O minus, I still notice it, and when I'm tracking, and I'm holding the mouse button down, it's just I still notice that wobble, which is annoying. The Viper, never. I really like, even though like if you really try to wobble
force it,
you can. Yeah.
But basically, when you're playing games and just clicking, that won't happen.
Exactly.
So there's that. But back to build quality. Both of them is great. Yes. I mean, for Glorious, for what you get for $50, the fact that these are even comparable is insane.
Yes.
But we do know the premium you're paying is for the wireless technology, which is really cool to have. Again, the G Pro Wireless also weighs in around $150. So wireless technology it all costs roughly the same. Yes. So that's the thing about these guys. It's again just the fact that they're comparable with 3 times the price.
Yes.
It's crazy. But the build quality feels great on both of them. Really, without any modifications, I would give it to the Razer Viper Ultimate in terms of like my hand feel. But as far as like looks go, aesthetics, I love the O minus.
Also, overall, I think I like the Model O minus better the way it looks. But I also kind of like the Viper. It looks pretty cool. And did you see some of the mods, like the white, gold, and black ones?
Yeah,
those are sick, man. Dude, I kind of want to do that. As far as the software and RGB goes, so RGB obviously is way better in the Model O minus.
Yep.
But I do really like the stealthy look of the Viper when all the LEDs are off.
Disappears when it's off.
Exactly.
It's nice. You can still see it a little bit, but it's pretty much disappeared.
Yeah, and I don't like these white parts when the LEDs are off. But it's just a nitpicking, at that point.
So you've got the respective software for both of these. You got Razer Synapse and then Glorious software as well. I mean, they're both effective, both optional. Razer's got the DPI button and the DPI indicator. I mean, same with the Model O, where you've got where you can see the DPI without having to install the software. So it's nice that it's optional. Of course, if you do want to, you can assign macros, things like that, more advanced options for those of you who like to do that. But all optional, which is good.
All right, so wrapping things up, what is the overall better mouse? Like, what do we like better? I love the Razer Viper Ultimate, and I just wish the mouse 1 and 2 button were a little bit harder, a little bit clickier, and a little bit, faster of a rebound click. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And not as mushy. But other than that, I love this mouse. I love the shape. I love the rubber side grips. I love the wireless feature of it. And this has been my daily driver. I've been using this as my main mouse as of recent. So, what about you? What do you like better?
For me, I'm gonna give it to the Viper Ultimate as well. And this is a real thing, because if you compare the Model O minus to the regular Viper, I would give it to the O minus.
Yeah, exactly.
But because of the wireless technology, the glides on here,
yeah,
what you get for the $150, that charging dock, it's a really, really solid mouse for what you're getting. If you're going for cost effective, yes, you do get very, very good value for the O minus. Glorious is tried and true. You get really good quality products. But if you're willing to spend the extra dime, the extra couple pennies, it's quite a few pennies, but you get a good product. You get a very good product. Razer Viper Ultimate, I mean, they deliver on this one. They really did.
Yes. So again, if you guys want to get out of these, we'll leave links below. Hope you helped you guys out, and we'll see you guys next one.
See you in the next one.